Hey, this is Kathleen with Style School. Casey, thank you so much for being here. Today's lunch break Facebook Live is going to be about pairing accessory sets. So we've talked a lot this last month about pairing different kinds of outfits, transitioning for the season, kind of paring down for a fall wardrobe capsule that kind of makes creating mix and match outfits super easy. All things that I cover in my services and in my DIY closet course, which happens to be on sale right now for as low as $47. So if you haven't gotten that yet, go there, check it out. I don't normally offer that price, but it's an amazing course. And I really think that if you're kind of at the point where you're ready to sort of elevate your style and you're just not really sure how to get there, it's an awesome place to start. So check that out. But today we're going to talk about pairing accessory sets. And I love this subject because it is something that my customers ask about probably the most often. And it's one of those things that just kind of comes with time. Once you're really comfortable kind of using the instant outfit formula and creating those outfits on your own and kind of organizing your closet to make that really easy, the next phase of that is making sure that you've got all your polish lined up, which are your accessory sets. So I'm going to keep the camera flipped this way and talk to you just a little bit about the details of it. And then I'm just going to show you my closet. Honestly, there's no better way for me to explain to you or show you what I have or how I do things than to just show you what I have. So, and how I do things. Okay, so the thing about accessory sets is that they are going to consist of a lot of things. They are going to be all of the extra polish. So we talked about the instant outfit formula. So you've got three pieces, your basic, interest, and your completer piece. Well, with accessories, it's going to be everything else aside from that, okay? So your shoes, your scarf, your belt, your hats, your purse, your earrings, necklace, bracelets, rings. Hi, everybody jumping on. Oh, hi, Brandy. Love you. Anyway, you're going to have one of everything in said set, okay? So the way that I usually start these is I'll pick like my favorite jackets or my favorite shoes for the season. And my favorite shoes I've showed you guys in a couple of my Instagram pics and things like that. I keep a nice collection of flats, boots, heels, athletic wear, things like that, just to kind of give me a nice variety. So I separate my shoes by what I want for that season. I separate my jackets by what I want to wear for that season. And that's kind of the two bases that I start with when I start to pair together everything else, okay? So I'm going to flip my camera around and show you because this is like really up close. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay, so I'm sure we've gathered that my closet is unnecessary, but I live in it. I'm actually in here every single day, not just shooting, but just living. This whole style school gig is actually not just passion. I mean, it is passion work. It's actually career work, but it just comes naturally. It's something I would do even if I wasn't ever getting paid. So this is why this is out of hand. Okay. So with that being said, here are the shoes that I had kind of shown in other snaps and Insta stories and things like that. If you're not following on Insta stories or Facebook stories, do so because you can just do a lot of fun stuff there. Anyway, so these are the shoes. So this is kind of where I start everything. Okay. And then those shoes, I'm going to pair with my season ready favorite completer pieces. So I have no problem with wearing animal print. I actually love it. I use it as a neutral. I am all about texture. So if it feels good or if it has like, you know, this chunky kind of feel to it, I'm all over it. So I make sure that I have jackets in both brown, things that can pair with brown, things that can pair with black, right? Things I can just wear every day and, you know, actually stay warm. Things I can wear when I'm out and about with the kids, you know, momming it or, you know, skiing or just, you know, it's super flipping cold in Kansas City sometimes. So just warm weather stuff. All my stuff pretty much keeps me warm. I am addicted to H&M's coat collection every season. So if you are not an H&M person, definitely become one because the prices are right. Don't ask me about manufacturing, but as far as what you get and what you pay for, it's a great value. But I got these two last year and they were so warm. It was kind of ridiculous. And I know both of them were under $40. So especially if you watch sales, you can always find great things there. And then, you know, I just have, you know, classic cuts, like this long one that's kind of tapered at the waist, single breasted. But then I also have super fun, just youthful looks. Like this one's kind of short. This is hard to do with my short arms, but you get it. So what I do, and then obviously you've got to have a great jewel tone. Hello. And I have a lot of coats upstairs because after last week's live, I moved up my fall wardrobe. So where I had a huge extra rack here, I don't have that anymore. It's up in my bedroom. So, okay. So you see the jackets, you see the shoes. Okay. Next up, you're going to see how I actually separate my handbags and such. So you'll see down here that I've got things that all kind of share and harmonize the common denominator of gold metal. Okay. So it's all my handbags, but you'll see everything kind of has a gold accent to it. Even on, you know, my pinks and things like that, and my fake Louis Vuitton. And I prefer brushed gold, but I think when you're shopping for accessories, it's really easy to just buy, oh, that's cute by itself. But really think about like the other metals that you have in your closet. And if they're more brushed, that's what you're kind of looking for, and stay away from the super shiny. Obviously, there's a place for everything. So if you do dress up and you do have some shiny metal, then absolutely buy whatever you want. But if you're trying to keep kind of like a minimal selection so that you are maximizing on your wear, then make sure you're picking metals that are kind of from the same family and, you know, kind of speak to each other. So you'll see here that all of these bags have that gold undertone. Okay. So remember that. And then I put the shoes that kind of coordinate with that accessory set right in front of it. Now, I actually keep my stuff organized like this. I just don't keep my shoes down here. I keep my shoes up here most of the time. A lot of these shoes are going to be in my upstairs closet because I will actually be wearing them for the season. And then after we're going to create one accessory set today for the sake of time, and just, you know, if you want to dig into this topic, there's definitely ways to do that with me. But we're going to, after I pair a bunch for the season, then I'll actually take that stuff up to my closet and it'll be nice and handy there for me, ready to wear it. But as far as keeping things stored, this is absolutely how I store my stuff. Okay. So I have these racks. I have these giant little Rubbermaid guys. They do have lids, but I don't use them. But in case I'm traveling, you know, for shoots and things like that, I do keep them because it makes traveling really easy. So separate everything by metal. It doesn't matter how you separate it. I understand that this might seem like, you know, an extra amount of space, but you can do this in any space. It just depends on kind of what your space is like, and then, you know, just how OCD are you? I'm pretty OCD. I like to have it all kind of separated. I think that a confused mind always says no. So if you've got things just thrown in one general drawer, then and it's out of sight, out of mind, you're never going to wear it. So the idea is to have things organized in a way that being able to pull them in a flash is super easy. So this works for me. Over here, this is where I keep everything that, oops, she snuck in. That bag actually goes on that side. And over here is where all of my fun silver medaled bags go. Okay. And then obviously I have a ton of scarves that coordinate with black, and these can actually coordinate with brown as well. I just keep them over here more so. Like this one, I would definitely throw into my brown pile. But it can actually also be used in black, you know, so you're going to have things that are kind of interchangeable. I have a section here of shoes that are the same thing. We'll get to that in a hot second. But you'll see that all of my bags here have silver, silver metal. This one actually has gold metal, my Kate Spade. So I have actually incorporated having silver and gold jewelry to kind of tie together, you know, when I need to mix my metals and things like that. So you'll see the little clutches here, bags in the back. And I always keep a nice little variety of textures and shine and things like that, depending on what I'm dressing up for. And then I always like to have a little bit of something with me. So I even just have little envelope purses that just, you know, you can layer underneath a completer's piece or over a completer piece just to kind of pull together an outfit and make it really special. And I keep my hat, I call that my festival hat, with that as well. So you're going to see handbags separated by metal, scarves separated by what they kind of harmonize with, and then shoes in front of it that go with that specific set. Okay, so does that make sense so far? Okay. So you're going to find that a lot of accessory sets are going to, try to flip this back around. Okay, you're going to find that your best accessory sets are going to be like black that pairs with silver, brown that pairs with gold. You'll see a lot of black and brown mixed right now because they're mixing it with this cognac color, which is going to be, oops. Oh my gosh. So clearly I cannot multitask with this. Okay, so I'm just going to keep this flipped this way. You'll see this cognac color here, boom. And you'll see here where they're kind of, you know, mixing them together, making it really okay to wear black and brown together. We're not wearing chocolate brown and black. We're wearing cognac brown and black. There's a difference. So keep that orangey undertone and you can definitely mix the two. But when you're talking accessory sets and how many you need, you're going to want to focus on a couple of things. This one being your brown and your gold, okay? This one over here being your black and your silver, okay? So now that you have your shoes and your bags separated, then you've got like your little neutral section. So the neutral here, I love these boots, but like I said, I get two-tone jewelry to kind of help me mix and match gold and silver together. I've done the same thing with my shoes. So I try to get like some really natural, you know, textures like the wood, or in summertime like the cork or something. I like to mix that with black and brown so that I can wear them with whatever I want. I don't really like to be limited. And then absolutely your reptiles and your animal prints are going to act as neutrals, but I actually consider these two neutrals because of just the coloring. They really are kind of have a grayish undertone, so it definitely is a black or a brown coordinate. Okay, so have a little section of shoes that actually can go with both sets. So, okay, now that we have that figured out, and you have seen my collection of completer pieces, or at least what's down here, I'm going to grab one completer piece, or maybe even two, because I just can't help it. And we'll start to pair together one. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this with one hand and then, okay. So, love this maroon piece from Old Navy. Kind of like a little moto jacket. Very useful. It looks warmer than it is. It's really not that hot. But I love it because it's gorgeous and it pairs with a lot of stuff. Okay, so I would immediately, well, let's grab the other one. And then let's do the chunky white coat. So we'll do one that pairs with your silver and black, and one that we can pair with silver and black or brown, okay? So with the brown, or I'm sorry, not with the brown, with the maroon, I think I am in love with the boots with it. Nice little pop. Now, because you create a shoe collection, and you'll see in other pictures if you hit up on my social, I kind of pair them as, you know, it kind of depends on what you're doing for the day, you know, to know like which shoes you're going to wear. So I'm not that person that, like, you know, I know that my cousin's on here a lot. She's probably on here right now. Yes, hi, Linda. She works all day on her feet, and so there's no reason for her to wear wedge leopard booties every day, but she can wear leopard flats. Okay, so your accessory set's going to have multiple pairs of shoes that coordinate with it. And then we're going to finish it off with a handbag, a scarf, pair of sunglasses, earrings, necklace, rings, things like that, to where you can keep it all together, like in one general area, right? And then as you complete your outfit for the day and you've got your basic, your interest, and your completer on, you've chosen this as one of your completers, then you know that all of these accessories go with it. It's just which ones are you going to wear that day, okay? So then you pick which shoe fits best with your schedule and your life balance for that day, and then start to pick your different accessories, and then just keep putting them on until you're either making noise or you feel like you've just gone too far. So then take a piece off and walk out the door. So every single day you should leave with your basic, interest, and completer piece on, your coordinating shoe and handbag, and then we'll top it off with all your jewelry. So sunglasses, earrings, necklace, ring, so on and so forth. You got me? And in special days, okay, no matter what you've heard on these other videos, belts are good part of an accessory set, and so are hats. So you have options here. So, okay, we'll go back to this. With this particular outfit, I would pair probably this beauty of a handbag. And then for times where I'm a little bit more dressed up, I threw in the envelope clutch. And just because you may not always wear leopard, you have options with a regular heel but in a solid, or a booty, that are adorable and just super everyday, low key, you can kind of wear with whatever. And then as far as a scarf, if you weren't wearing the leopard and you were wearing one of the two more basic, you could pull out some interest with the scarf. So you start to see how this accessory set's starting to come together. All you're missing now is jewelry, okay? So because we're kind of kicking off with the brown, then we're gonna kind of stick with like a gold palette when it comes to your accessories, so, or jewelry. So here's this is how I separate my earrings. I've tried about 1,000 different ways, and I actually have a little spot that's like my hot numbers, the ones I wear all the time. But as far as how I store things, all my gold comes on the front or the back. I usually do kind of longer earrings on one side and more studs on the other side. And then same thing with my silver. Okay, longer earrings on one side, studs on the other. So I have things that are just basic, and then I have things that are kind of over the top. Then I have things that would kind of fall in that designer mix category where it's just super fun. I've either picked it up on a trip, you know, it's just got kind of like a cultural type background, you know, to it, or it was made locally or something like that. So I do kind of have like a little designer mix section, and then I also have like a little black tie options. Okay, so I have a little bit of everything, sunglasses, the whole deal. And it's just about piecing things together until you have arrived at all of your options within that set. Okay, so we talked about hitting all the bases with your jewelry, and then what you see right here is everything else. Okay, so as far as jewelry goes, and for the sake of time, I'm not going to separate everything, but I showed you my earrings. Then my necklaces back here. We'll pick a couple so that we have one for, like, you know, any purpose worn with that outfit. So this is a nice one for, you know, short scoop neck type shirts. So we have a short necklace. This one's cute for longer shirts, maybe with a higher neck. So we've got one short, one long, and you can do this all day long. Like, I would go this one for a statement, you know. It's just depending on how much you have, you can pair until you're done and you've paired everything, or you can just pair specifics for the season like I'm doing right now and then move on. So, you know, you've got your earrings over here in your envelopes. You've got your necklaces here, which you can kind of lay out near, you know, your accessories. Just so you know, I mean, you don't have to spend a ton. You see this little bar here with these little nails to store your jewelry. I mean, just search up on Pinterest. There's so many fun ideas out there of how to store this stuff. I've seen it done so many different ways with my customers. What I'm showing you is just the way I'm doing it right now. I've also done it 100 different ways, but this one I've had for 2 or 3 years. This really works for me. So yeah, keep pulling until, you know, you run out of needs for that said accessory set. So I added sunglasses. We have a necklace that's short. We have a necklace that's long. We have one that's more of like a statement. We could do a really pretty nickel and suede style earring. These are really fun because they kind of have a cork look to them, but they actually kind of marry together those colors. So in a separate instance, like you wouldn't wear them with the scarf, but if you wore them instead of the scarf, you're bringing a little bit of print to your more so basic outfit because you're wearing just solids. So you can do little things like that. I love this bracelet with that set. Maybe just a little assortment of other little earth tone type stacks that you can put there. And then for rings, I mean, you could just keep going, keep going. I love this ring. And then there's some here that are just a little bit more basic, depending on what you're doing that day. I'm definitely that mom that I like to have accessories on literally at all times, but I don't want it to seem unnecessary for whatever it is that I'm doing. So say you're volunteering for something and you love to wear earrings. Great. Wear some cute earrings, but don't wear earrings and a giant statement necklace and a giant bracelet and things like that. Find your balance, okay? If you go really big with your earrings, play down your necklace or vice versa, okay? Just keeping things like that in mind. Balancing it with your life so that it makes sense to wear it, you know, in a quick flash, like last minute decision, okay? Because remember, you're picking your outfits by basic, interest, and completer piece, and then you're just coming to a certain section of your house and you're saying, okay, I'm ready to accessorize. This is the jacket I have on. Come to the red jacket. And then you've got all these accessories just sort of stored near each other and close so that you can see it somewhat like this, and you can just pull pieces and put them on until you've got on the combination that you're looking for, and then you can kind of move on. Okay, so that's doing one, okay, and we chose brown here. So let's do another one for black, and maybe we'll make this one a little bit more every day. Like last year, one of my favorite little go-to outfits, which my kids are grown now. I don't have to like wait at the bus stop, but back in the days where I was like famous for this. I may have on like my pajamas, legit, not kidding at all, my pajamas that were probably leggings or something like that. But I would go into, and my daughter would be like, let's walk me to class. You know, it's 8 in the morning. You're thinking, oh my goodness. Okay, great. So you get up and you're taking her in. But because I had these things prepared, I was able to throw on things like this. Like, okay, I've got on a shirt that's probably my husband's, you know, football shirt. And then leggings. But if I've got these absolutely adorable Adidas All-Stars, or even these super cute Converse, right? Or even if you're trying to like really play it, like you're going somewhere special, you can throw on the snakeskin flats. That with a pair of sunglasses and a handbag and zipped up, you're good to go. No one has a clue that you literally just rolled out of bed. Or if they do, they're not going to say anything because you're slaying it. Okay. But with something like this for day to day, you could pair either pair of those tennis shoes. You could do those flats. It would pair really beautifully with the heels. Remember what I did over here where I had a combination of things that kind of, you know, married together, but it depended on what you were doing that day as to which one you would wear. Same thing here. Okay. You could pair these cute boots with it. You could go black booties with it. Honestly, you could really do any of these shoes with it. Black heels. just flat black flats. Or even have knee-high boots over there, but you know. And then these wonderful shoes, the ones I was telling you about that go with both, can just sit here and look pretty because they go with both. Can you see that? Thank you for being patient. I am not the world's best filmer. Okay, so you see over here that the jacket here that has more of the grayish undertone to it, that's got the silver metals, kind of goes with more of the things that were listed over or shown over here that were with the black and silver accessory set. So from here, you can add a daytime clutch, or actually nighttime clutch in that regard. You could add a daytime clutch. My handbag of choice here would probably be the Steve Madden, which looks basic, but man, I absolutely love that bag. It's gone rounds with me. And then for every day, I would just pump up the volume with a little bit of pattern and print. So I know it's just kind of looking like a blob of stuff now, but try to keep in mind where we're going with this. We've got, like, if you're not wearing the snakeskins and say you're wearing the All-Stars, throw on the scarf. And then you can, and I'm going to use these as example. These are not the sunglasses I would pair with this, but imagine that these are just like your basic silver aviators, because that's what I would pair it with, but mine are in my car. So there are the sunglasses, handbag, shoe combinations. If you don't need a full handbag, then you've got a clutch combination. You've got a scarf option. And then from here, you're just pairing a couple of key, like, jewelry pieces. So we'll go with a short and a long that kind of comes more from like the silver family. Or in this case, like, I can show you something like this. That's the two-tone metal that I was talking about. I actually have an adorable bracelet that I bought to kind of complement that. Super cute. Or if you wanted to kind of bring in more of like your print on your wrist, then you can do the peacock thing. I've got some really fun earrings. I love these feathers. Gosh, sorry. I just realized I was showing you the wall. I love these little feathers. I wear them all the time. They're basic, yes, but adorable. They pair really cute with this little peacock situation. And then we've got this cute necklace and bracelet combo. So again, just options, but with that, you could go with a shorter version for the necklace. Love this look that you could do just for every day. If you're wearing a V-neck t-shirt, throw a little something on, fun, whatever. Okay, so we've got that. And then again, you know that you've always got your earrings, whether you want to go short or long, paired and ready to go. Okay, so in just a few short minutes, you have been able to put together 2 accessory sets. With those 2 accessory sets, you're going to be able to pair these with so many different outfits. So check out my Instagram for different outfit inspiration. Hit my Pinterest. I'm constantly pinning the new trends for the season and just the layering. It makes me so excited. So, and anything with pumpkins or pumpkin spice catches my attention these days. So there's lots of that on my Pinterest boards. But when you're looking at those outfits, really kind of take it apart, you know, dissect it. Like, what is your basic top? What is your interest top? What is your completer, or not top, but what is your interest piece? What is your basic piece? What is your completer piece? And then think of how you could pair your accessories with it to really kind of make it something that took it up a notch, to another level. When things are accessorized, it's just a polish that people start to notice, okay? So if you're ever sitting there thinking, why go to all this trouble? Okay, I'm gonna try to flip this around again without hanging up on everyone. Hey. Okay, so in conclusion, if you're sitting there kind of second guessing why to put in the effort to accessorize, I want you to think back to the last time you were just sitting with a friend and somebody caught your eye and you were like, gosh, she's got it together. She looks good. She looks polished. I like her outfit. Whatever it was about her, 9 times out of 10, that girl had on accessories. we are human, right? We are attracted to shiny things. Shiny might not be shiny. It just might be different than everything else that's around it, right? So somebody can wear, you know, your basic outfit, but accessories can make it go completely different way depending on the person. So I am one person that I like to buy accessories when I'm out of town. My friends think that I get suckered into buying what I feel like is authentic jewelry. Pretty sure it's not. But I have a really great collection by playing that game where if everybody's kind of going shopping, I want to buy jewelry. So have things that you can pair together that absolutely speak to your personality, speak to your color palette, like we've talked about in other videos. Having a general color palette for your seasonal capsule is huge, because then when you're shopping out, if it doesn't fit within that color palette, then it's not for you right then. If it does, then it's a good option. If you can pair it with 3 other things, then absolutely let's purchase it. Same thing with accessories. If you have things at home and you think, oh, this will pair great with my brown and gold accessory set, I do need this, and all of it harmonizes, go for it. But your accessories are speaking your personality without you saying a word, okay? So pick them carefully, okay? So have fun with it, enjoy. If you have any questions, you can hit them in the comments. And again, we'll be back on Thursday. I apologize for missing last Thursday. I was on an annual road trip and we thought we had internet for the first time, and we actually did not. Not that it was fast enough to do this. So I appreciate you understanding that. But we will be back Thursday to do another week of outfit prep. And I hope you really enjoyed this. It was kind of a wonky way of recording, but hopefully you were able to pull away some pearls. And when you look at your accessories, you're kind of thinking about how you can sort of separate them and make them kind of store in a way that makes it super easy for you to use them on the go. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you on Thursday. Thank you.